Well, hey everyone. Today is not September 11th, 2024, and this is a sad day for today is 9/11. 23 years ago, 23 years ago during the attack, the Twin Towers being hit by hijackers. It was a sad and tragic day for during the attack of 9/11. It was so sad and tragic. There are a lot of good people during the Twin Towers, including the firefighters and police. I know Adriana is sad. So some hijacked the plane to crash the Twin Towers, and also they target three, right? New York City and the the Pentagon. They hit the Pentagon. I don't know why they did that during the attack. I know it's sad and tragic, the tragedy, but we must pray or respect people people who lost their lives during the attack. We must pray the world people who died during the attack. It no no it's not 11. People died during the attack on New York City and the Pentagon. That's why I'm sad. But there why people die. It could of first responders. The the 343 firemen got killed and 26 officers got killed. Yes, it, yeah, in New York City at the Pentagon. The three planes been hit. Three planes. I don't know which other plane hit. So it's been 20 years during the attack. Yes, it's true. It's a real thing. Thanks. And yeah, it's true. Yeah. Why people die? Yeah. So no, I know. I watched a video. Mm-hmm. He,
Adam P. Arias,
oh, hang on a sec. Oh,
Jack
here it is, people.
Charles Aaron,
Joshua Todd Aaron,
Here it is, people.
Richard Avery Arno,
Myra Joy Aronson,
Japhet Jesse Arian,
Their
Carl
names.
Francis Asaro,
Their what? Here people's names during the who died during the attack. They named all the people who died.
Thomas J. Ashton,
Manuel O. Asidambe,
Greg A. Atlas,
Gerald Thomas Atwood,
James Otterfred,
Louis F. Aversano Jr.,
Ezra Avilias,
Sandy Ayala,
Arlene T. Babakitis,
Eustace R. Bacchus,
John J. Badakliaka,
Jane Ellen,
J. Fairwalter,
Andrew J. Bailey,
Brett E. Bailey,
Garnet Ace Bailey,
Tatiana Bakalinskaya,
Michael S. Baksh,
Sharon M. Balcom,
Michael Andrew Bain,
Catherine Bantis,
and my uncle, firefighter Jimmy Riches. Uncle Jimmy, we talk about you all the time and how you sound so amazing. I wish I could have met you, and I know you were cheering me on at all of my cheerleading competitions and watching over our whole family. We all know when we see a dragonfly, it's your way of saying hello to us. We will always remember you. God bless America.
and with endless love, appreciation, and admiration, my brother, FDNY Captain William O'Keefe.
Gerard Baptiste,
Walter Barron,
Gerard A. Barbara,
Paul Vincent Barbero,
James William Barbella,
Colleen Ann Barco,
Christine Jonna Barbuda,
Victor Daniel Barbosa,
David Michael Barkway,
Firefighter Matthew Barnes,
Melissa Rose Barnes,
Sheila Patricia Barnes,
Evan J. Barron,
Renee Barrett Arjun,
Arthur Thaddeus Berry,
Diane G. Berry,
Maurice Vincent Berry,
Scott D. Bart,
Carlton W. Bartels,
Guy Barbsey,
Ina B. Bassina,
Alyssa Christine Burton Bosmajan,
Kenneth William Besnicki,
Lieutenant Firefighter Stephen Joseph Bates,
Paul James Taglia,
W. David Bauer,
Ivan Luis Carpio Bautista,
Marlene Capito Bautista,
Mark Lawrence Bavis,
Jasper Baxter,
Lorraine G. Bay,
Michelle Beal,
Todd M. Beamer,
Paul Frederick Bettini,
Jane S. Beatty,
Alan Anthony Bevan,
Lawrence Ira Beck,
Minette Marie Beckles,
Carl John Bedigian,
Michael Ernest Beekman,
and my grandfather Carl W. Tepe. I hear many stories about him every day. Some make me laugh and some make me cry, but every story inspires me. Although I was never fortunate enough to meet my grandfather, he is my hero. I see parts of him in my everyday life, such as the color red, his favorite color, and I see him within my family. He is within my mom, my uncle, and my grandma, within my sister and little cousins, and I know there are parts of him within me, and I know that he is with me and my family in every step that we take.
and my grandfather, Firefighter Alan Tarasarich. I would like to take this time to thank everyone who really keeps their word to never forget, so they are not forgotten. All the stories I hear about my grandfather, I've learned that he would do the same if he didn't die that day. The family misses and loves you.
Maria A. Bear,
Max J. Bilkey,
Yelena Bilalovsky,
Nina Patrice Bell,
Debbie S. Bellows,
Stephen Elliott Belson,
Paul M. Benedetti,
Denise Lenore Benedetto,
Brian Craig Bennett,
Eric L. Bennett,
Oliver Bennett,
Margaret L. Benson,
Dominic J. Berardi,
James Patrick Berger,
Stephen Howard Berger,
John P. Bergen,
Alvin Birdsong,
Agree.
Daniel David Bergstein,
Graham Andrew Berkeley,
Michael J. Berkeley,
Donna M. Bernardt,
David W. Bernard,
William H. Bernstein,
David M. Beret,
David Shelby Berry,
Joseph John Berry,
William Reed Bethke,
Yanene Beatru,
Timothy D. Betterly,
Carolyn Mayer Bug,
Edward Frank Baye,
Paul Michael Bear,
Anil Pahalram Belvrani,
Bella J. Buchan,
Shimi D. Bigliason,
Peter Alexander Bielfeld,
William G. Bigart,
Brian Eugene Belcher,
Mark Bingham,
Carl Vincent
Agree,
Beanie,
Wolf. Agree.
and my brother Joseph Michael Giacconi. 23 years is like 23 seconds. On September 11th, my brother disappeared. But this place has become my altar. And this ceremony is essential. Because that day he disappeared, but if I come here and I speak his name out loud and you hear his name, he will never, never disappear. We love you and thank you.
and my great. And my grandfather, FDNY Captain James J. Corgan. We love you so much and we miss you so much.
Wolf, what? No, no, it's not the time, Ad. No, it's not the time.
Blackman Jr.,
Christopher Joseph Blackwell,
Carrie Rosetta Blackburn,
Susan Leigh Blair,
Harry Blanding Jr.,
Janice Lee Blaney,
Craig Michael Blass,
Rita Blau,
Richard Middleton Blood Jr.,
Michael Andrew Bacardi,
John Paul Bocci,
Michael L. Bocchino,
Susan M. Bocchino,
Dira Francis Bodley,
Bruce Douglas Bone,
Mary Catherine Murphy Bofa,
Nicholas Andrew Bogdan,
Darren Christopher Bohan,
Lawrence Francis Bousseau,
Vincent M. Bolin Jr.,
Turi Hamzavi Belorchi,
Alan Bondarenko,
Andre Bonaire Jr.,
Colin Arthur Bonnet,
Frank J. Bonoma,
Yvonne Lucia Benamo,
Susan Booker Sr.,
Kelly Ann Booms,
Campbell D. Boone,
Mary Jane Booth,
Sherry Ann Boudreau,
Christine Bordanabe,
Jerry J. Borg,
Martin Michael Borashevsky,
Richard Edward Bosco,
and my uncle Kenneth Joseph Marino, who was a firefighter with FDNY Rescue 1 in Manhattan. He was one of the first responders on that day.
I'm 12 years old, so I never met my Uncle Kenny, but I feel like I know him from my parents, grandparents, and family members. One thing I learned is that my Uncle Kenny and I share a love of baseball. Our favorite player is Ken Griffey Jr., and I'm very happy and proud that we have the same interests. But most important is that my Uncle Kenny was a true hero. He saved many lives on that day. Our family misses him every day, and we will never forget his memory or his bravery.
My cousin Matthew Carmen Solito. Matthew, neither you nor the thousands who perished on 9/11 will ever be forgotten. What is being forgotten is the 9/11 experienced by every other American. I ask you today to speak to your children and your grandchildren who weren't born on 9/11. Tell them what you went through, tell them to never forget what your family went through on 9/11.
Klaus Botha,
Carol Marie Bouchard,
J. Howard Bolton,
Francisco Eligio Bourdier,
Thomas Harold Bowden Jr.,
Donna M. Bowen,
Kimberly S. Bowers,
Veronique Nicole Bowers,
Larry Bowman,
Sean Edward Bauman Jr.,
Kevin L. Bowser,
Gary R. Box,
Gennady Boyarsky,
Pamela Boyce,
Alan P. Boyle,
Michael Boyle,
Alfred J. Braca,
Sandra Kunate Brace,
Kevin Hugh Bracken,
Sandy Waugh Bradshaw,
David Brian Brady,
Alexander Braginski,
Nicholas W. Brandmarty,
Daniel Raymond Brandhorst,
David Reed Gamboa Brandhorst,
Michelle Renee Bratton,
Patrice Brout,
Lydia Estelle Bravo,
Donald Michael Breitweiser,
Edward A. Brennan III,
Frank H. Brennan,
Michael E. Brennan,
Peter Brennan,
Thomas Moore Brennan,
Daniel J. Brethel,
Gary Lee Bright,
Jonathan Eric Briley,
Mark A. Risman,
Paul Gary Bristow,
Marion R. Britton,
and my father, William Ralph Robb. Dad, we only got 6 years together, but I have nothing but the happiest memories. And every day I remember how lucky and how proud I am to be your daughter. Me, Mom, and Liam love and miss you so much.
and my mother, Imelda H. Perry. My mother was a beacon of kindness, wisdom, elegance, and grace. Her love was unconditional. Her spirit was indomitable. Along with my brother and my sister, we cherish the memories that you taught us. And even though you are not here with us, your memories will continue to live in our hearts and guide our actions. Thank you.
Mark Francis Broderick,
Herman Charles Brockhammer,
Keith A. Broomfield,
Bernard C. Brown II,
Janice J. Louis Brown,
Lloyd Stanford Brown,
Patrick John Brown,
Bettina B. Brown Radburn,
Mark Bruce,
Richard George Bruhert,
Andrew Brunn,
Vincent Edward Brunton,
Ronald Buca,
Brandon J. Buchanan,
Greg J. Buck,
Dennis Buckley.
John Edward Boluga Jr.,
Patrick Joseph Booth.
Christopher L. Burford,
Stephen Bruce Bunin.
Thomas Daniel Burke,
Matthew J. Burke.
Charles F. Burlingame III,
William Francis Burke Jr.
Donald J. Burns,
Thomas E. Burnett Jr.
Keith James Burns,
Kathleen Ann Burns.
Irina Butzlow,
John Patrick Burnside.
Thomas M. Butler,
Milton G. Bustillo.
Timothy G. Byrne,
Patrick Dennis Byrne.
Jesus Neptali Cabezas,
Daniel M. Caballero.
Brian Joseph Cachia,
Lillian Casillas.
and my brother Robert Talhami. Your family and I love you and miss you so much. For the love you had for good food and wine, your good friend Peter Donovan and I have not missed a dinner in your honor for the last 23 years. Robert, my little brother, I know we will meet again. Until then, I love you and think of you every day.
And my uncle, James Brian Riley. We love you and miss you so much, Uncle Jimmy. Even though I've never met you, I've heard so many stories about you to the point where it feels like I've known you for my whole life. You're a role model to me, and your kindness inspires me and the rest of our family to be the best people that we can be.
Richard Michael Caggiano,
Cecile Morella Calica,
John Brett Cahill,
Michael John Cahill,
Scott Walter Cahill,
Thomas Joseph Cahill,
George C. Kane,
Salvatore B. Cabral,
Joseph M. Calandrello,
Philip V. Cagalano,
Edward Calderon,
Jose O. Calderon Olmeda,
Kenneth Marcus Caldwell,
Dominic E. Cali,
Felix Bobby Calixte,
Francis Joseph Callahan,
Liam Callahan,
Suzanne M. Cali,
Gino Luigi Calvi,
Rocco Kamaj,
Michael F. Camarata,
David O.T. Campbell,
Jeffrey Thomas Campbell,
Robert Arthur Campbell,
Sandra Patricio Campbell,
Sean Thomas Canavan,
John A. Candela,
Vincent A. Canalanzos,
Stephen J. Cangelosi,
Lisa Bella Canava,
Brian Canizaro,
Michael R. Canty,
Luis Anthony Caparisi,
Jonathan Neff Capello,
James Christopher Carpes,
Richard Michael Caproni,
Jose Manuel Cardona,
Dennis M. Carey Sr.,
Edward Calino,
Michael Scott Carlo,
and my brother Emmanuel Akwesi Afuaka. You are a hero. May your soul and all departed souls keep resting in peace. And it's my prayer that this wicked act called terrorism will never occur again in the United States. God bless America.
and my father, Lieutenant Kenneth John Field Sr. Dad, we miss you, including your wife, Patty, your children, Aaron, Danny, Kenny, and your grandchildren, Kendall, Kyle, and Callie Mae. I just want to be honored to be here and to wear your badge number as a police officer, and my brother as well. bearing your badge number as a fire department. God bless all the 9/11 families. Thank you.
David G. Carlone,
Rosemary C. Carlson,
Mark Stephen Carney,
Joyce Ann Carpenetto,
Jeremy Kaz Carrington,
Michael T. Carroll,
Peter J. Carroll,
James Joseph Carson Jr.,
Christopher Mikhail Carcinogen,
Angeline C. Carter,
James Marcel Cartier,
Sharon Ann Carver,
Vivian Casaldek,
John Francis Casaza,
Paul Reagan Cassio,
Neely Ann Heffernan Casey,
William Joseph Cashman,
Thomas Anthony Casoria,
William Otto Casper,
Alejandro Castaño,
Arcelio Castillo,
Leonard M. Castriano,
Jose Ramon Castro,
William E. Coswell,
Richard G. Catarelli,
Christopher Sean Caton,
Robert John Caulfield,
Mary Teresa Caulfield,
Judson Cavalier,
Michael Joseph Cawley,
Jason David Kane,
Juan Armando Ceballos,
Marcia G. Cecil Carter,
Jason Michael Cephalou,
Thomas Joseph Cecil,
Anna Mercedes Centeno,
Joni Sesta,
John J. Chada,
Jeffrey Mark Chernoff,
Swarna Chalasani,
and my cousin Gary M. Albero. Even though it's been 23 years, we hold your memory strong. Your love of family, meatballs, and of course the Yankees. We miss you every day and hope you're having a blast up there with Dad and Grandma and the rest of the family. And of course, God bless America.
and my sister Catherine McGarry Nowak. We miss you a lot.
William A. Chalkoff,
Eli Chalua,
Charles Lawrence Chan,
Mandy Chang,
Rosa Maria Chapa,
Mark Lawrence Charette,
David M. Charlebois,
Gregorio Manuel Chavez,
Pedro Francisco Checo,
Douglas Macmillan Cherry,
Stephen Patrick Cherry,
Vernon Paul Cherry,
Nestor Julio Chevalier,
Swede Joseph Chevalier,
Alexander H. Chiang,
Dorothy J. Chicharo,
Luis Alfonso Chimbo,
Robert Chin,
Eddie Wing Wei Ching,
Nicholas Paul Chofalo,
John G. Chipora,
Peter A. Chicharillo,
Catherine Ellis Cheers,
Kyung Hee Casey Cho,
Abul K. Chowdhury,
Mohammed Salahuddin Chowdhury,
Kirsten Lael Christoph,
Pamela Chu,
Stephen Paul Chuknik,
Wei Ching Chung,
Christopher Chiafardini,
Alex F. Ciccone,
Francis Ann Salente,
Elaine Silo,
Edna Cintrone,
Nestor Andre Cintron III,
Robert D. Siri Sr.,
Juan Pablo Cisneros,
Benjamin Keith Clark,
Eugene Clark,
and my father, FDNY Battalion Chief Oreo Joseph Palmer,
A month from today, I'm getting married, and I'll be saving a seat for you and for Mom. Dana, Keith, and I are so proud to be your children.
And my uncle, Salvatore F. Pepe. Sal, the entire family misses you. I hope you see how well your son, little Sal, has turned out. Kathy has done an amazing job. We miss you. We'd love to have you around. We know and that you're looking out for us. So thank you for being our guardian angel.
Gregory Allen Clark,
Maddie Leroy Clark,
Sarah M. Clark,
Thomas R. Clark,
Christopher Robert Clark,
Donna Marie Clark,
Michael J. Clark,
Saria Rachel Emma Clark,
Kevin Francis Cleary,
James D. Clear,
Jeffrey W. Cloud,
Susan Marie Klein,
Stephen Coakley,
Jeffrey Allen Cole,
Patricia A. Cody,
Daniel Michael Coffey,
Jason Matthew Coffey,
Florence G. Cohen,
Kevin S. Cohen,
Anthony Joseph Coladonato,
Mark Joseph Caleo,
Stephen J. Caleo,
Christopher Michael Colasanti,
Kevin Nathaniel Colbert,
Michelle P. Colbert,
Keith E. Coleman,
Scott Thomas Coleman,
Terrell Coleman,
Liam Joseph Cahoon,
Robert D. Cohen,
Robert J. Call,
Jean Marie Collin,
John Michael Collins,
Michael L. Collins,
Thomas Joseph Collins,
Joseph Kent Collison,
Jeffrey Dwayne Coleman,
Patricia Malaya Kolodner,
Linda M. Cologne,
Saul E. Cologne,
and my friend Susan Ruggiero, and also my brother, firefighter Michael Francis Lynch. I look forward to that day when we can all be together again. And I ask everybody out there watching this to pray for unity and to pray for peace. Thank you.
my brother, Robert T. Bobby Hughes Jr., and our family friend, Judy Hazel Fernandez. Bobby, your beautiful and infectious smile and soul is missed and loved so much every day. You have no idea the major impact you and your life has had and left on all of our hearts. We can't believe you're gone 23 years. The sadness and emptiness we all feel missing you is indescribable. Thank you for watching over after all these years. You're loved and missed so much, and you are forever our hero and angel. We love you so much, Bobby.
Ronald Edward Comer,
Jaime Concepcion,
Albert Conde,
Denise Conley,
Susan P. Conlon,
Margaret Mary Connor,
Cynthia Marie Lease Connolly,
John E. Connolly Jr.,
James Lee Connor,
Jonathan M. Connors,
Kevin Patrick Connors,
Kevin F. Conroy,
Brenda E. Conway,
Dennis Michael Cook,
Helen D. Cook,
Jeffrey W. Coombs,
John A. Cooper,
Julian T. Cooper,
Joseph John Capo Jr.,
Gerard Coppola,
Joseph Albert Corbett,
John J. Corcoran III,
Alejandro Cordero,
Robert Joseph Cordes,
Ruben D. Correa,
Danny A. Correa Gutierrez,
Georgine Rose Corrigan,
James J. Corrigan,
Carlos Cortez Rodriguez,
Kevin Michael Cosgrove,
Dolores Marie Costa,
Digna Alexandra Costanza,
Charles Gregory Costello Jr.,
Michael S. Costello,
Asia S. Cottom,
Conroy Kofi Katoy Sr.,
Modern John Coughlin,
John J. G. Coughlin,
Timothy J. Coughlin,
James E. Cove,
and my uncle, Ol D. Wangachuk, who I've missed by 10 days, and who is taken from all of us. We all miss you. We all love you. Thank you. And God bless America.
And my aunt, Danielle Casulas. Although never fortunate enough to have met you, your memory still continues to live on from the stories of your selfless heart, your smile, and your tenacity for everything you set your mind to. The stories of your life inspire me every day. You inspired me to run my first marathon and to never give up on my dreams on attending the United States Coast Guard Academy to one day serve my country. You are my why. You are loved and you are missed, and you will never be forgotten.
Andre Colin Cox,
Frederick John Cox,
James Raymond Coyle,
Michelle Coyen Ewan,
Christopher Seaton Kramer,
Eric A. Cranford,
Denise Elizabeth Krant,
James Leslie Crawford Jr.,
Robert James Crawford,
Tara Kathleen Kramer,
Joanne Mary Cregan,
Lucia Crispasa,
John A. Creasy,
Daniel Hall Chrisma,
Dennis A. Cross,
Kevin R. Crotty,
Thomas G. Crotty,
John R. Cray,
Wellis Remy Crowther,
Robert L. Cruikshank,
John Robert Cruz,
Grace Aguero Kulo,
Kenneth John Cubas,
Francisco Cruz Cabero,
Thelma Cuccinello,
Richard Joseph Cudero,
Neil James Cudmore,
Thomas Patrick Collins III,
Joan Cullinan,
Joyce Rose Cummings,
Brian Thomas Cummins,
Michael Joseph Cunningham,
Robert Curatolo,
Loris Demain Culo,
Paul Dario Curioli,
Patrick Joseph Curvin,
Beverly L. Curry,
Andrew Peter Charles Curry Green,
Michael Sean Curtin,
Patricia Cusher,
and my uncle, firefighter Edward James White III. Even though I never got to meet you, Uncle Teddy, from all the great stories I hear, I feel like I know you. We all love and miss you. You will forever be our hero.
and my grandfather, Michael D. Deal. Everyone who knew him lost a real friend, and for all of us in our family, he has left a place that can never be filled. We love you, Papa.
Gavin Kushney,
Caleb Aaron Dack,
Carlos S. DaCosta,
Jason M. Dahl,
Brian Paul Dale,
NYPD Police Officer John Delara,
Vincent Gerard Demadeo,
Thomas A. Damaskinos,
Jack L. D'Ambrosi Jr.,
Janine Damiani Jones,
Manuel Joao Demota,
Patrick W. Danahy,
Mary D'Antonio,
Petty Officer Second Class Vincent G. Dans,
Dwight Donald Darcy,
Elizabeth Ann Darling,
Annette Andrea Dotteran,
Lieutenant Edward A. Diatri,
Firefighter Michael D. Dioria,
Lawrence Davidson,
Michael Allen Davidson,
Firefighter Scott Matthew Davidson,
Titus Davidson,
Nierka Davila,
Ada M. Davis,
Port Authority Police Officer Clinton Davis Sr.,
Wayne Terriel Davis,
Anthony Richard Dawson,
Calvin Dawson,
Firefighter Edward James Day,
William Thomas Dean,
Firefighter Robert J. DeAngelis Jr.,
Battalion Chief Thomas Patrick DeAngelis,
Dorothy Alma de Araujo,
Ana Gloria Pocasangre de Barrera,
Tara E. DeBeck,
James D. Debonair,
Anna M. Devin,
James V. de Blasi Jr.,
G. Cyril Malabuyak de Chavez, our uncle, firefighter Joseph Patrick Henry. Uncle Joey, although we never met you, you will always be remembered. We see your sense of humor and big heart in all our family members.
You should be here laughing with us at our family gatherings in Breezy Point or winning big at Left Right Center on Christmas Day, but we know you are watching over us with Papa and Aunt Mary.
We promise to continue telling your stories and will never let anyone forget all those lost on September 11th.
Gerald F. DeCanto,
Simon Morash de Lugash,
Jason Christopher DeFazio,
David A. DeFeo,
Jennifer De Jesus,
Monique Effie de Jesus,
Nareda De Jesus,
Emmy de la Pena,
Donald Arthur De La Pena,
Azu.
Yeah. The what people who died during the attack, people. It is tragic and horrible. I know it's heartbroken, and what was their death to do the attack. And now let's have a moment of silence of people who lost their life. Let's have a moment of silence. Okay. Now we get the moment of silence. Let me check. Yeah, there. No, if I know bad traffic. Do you guys want to continue, or I can start the stream right now?
Nowhere to go.
We're proud of you. We love you. And we'll never stop walking down memory lanes to never forget. God bless the lives lost this day, and God bless America.
Neil Matthew Dollard,
James DeMonico,
Benilda Pascua Domingo,
Alberto Dominguez,
Carlos Dominguez,
Jerome Mark Patrick Dominguez,
Kevin W. Donnelly,
Jacqueline Donovan,
William H. Donovan,
Stephen Scott Dorff,
Thomas Dowd,
Kevin Christopher Dowdell,
Mary Yolanda Dowling,
Raymond Matthew Downey Sr.,
Frank Joseph Doyle,
Joseph Michael Doyle,
Randall L. Drake,
Patrick Joseph Driscoll,
Stephen Patrick Driscoll,
Charles A. Droz III,
Myrna A. Duarte,
Luke A. Dudek,
Christopher Michael Duffy,
Gerard J. Duffy,
Michael Joseph Duffy,
Thomas W. Duffy,
Antoinette Duger,
Jackie Sayeg Duggan,
Sari
Well, well, this is this is a heartbroken and tragic day of 9/11. I'm very sorry for people who lost their lives and their loved ones. So I'm very sorry for that. But, and let's praise the world and people lost their lives. Let's praise the world. Well, I think I'm gonna end this right now. And please, and please all respect people who lost their lives during the attack, and praise the world people who lost their life, and could our community, even our firefighters, police, and ambulance, to show the love and respect who died on 9/11. Please pay their respect for them, please. We, and also never forget the 9/11 20 years ago. Never forget. But well, I'm gonna end it right now. And please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends and saw this after what happened. And subscribe to my friends. Subscribe to my friends right there on the chat. And please subscribe to them. Yeah, we always remember. So I'm going to end it right now. So again, please respect without people who lost their lives. I will end it here. I will see you guys next stream. Bye, everyone. I hope we will come down after this happens. See you on the next stream.